guys, it's Margie, and today I'm doing a movie review of the 1944 film CoverGirl. This film starred Gene Kelly, Rita Hayworth, Phil Silvers, Otto Kruger, Eve Arden, and Lee Bowman, and it was directed by Charles Vidor. The basic plot for this film is that Rita Hayworth plays Rusty Parker, a girl who works for Gene Kelly at a nightclub. And so she's just kind of a dancer there. She goes to enter a contest to be a cover girl, and she wins, and she becomes this celebrated cover girl that everybody loves, and that jeopardizes her relationship with Gene Kelly, who is also her boyfriend. Launching right into performances, as we usually do, we'll start with Gene Kelly, who I thought was absolutely fantastic in this movie. If you've watched my previous review of Marjorie Morningstar, I mentioned in there that I'm a pretty big Gene Kelly fan, especially the more dancing the better. And I gotta say, I thought he did really, really well in this movie. I thought he did absolutely superb. He plays Rita Hayworth's love interest, the owner, Danny, the owner of this nightclub. And he had about 3 or 4 dance numbers total. He was absolutely great. The acting was good. The dance numbers, of course, as Gene Kelly, were absolutely ridiculously amazing. There's one particular scene that I really wanted to mention where he is dancing out in the street, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's Singing in the Rain, but of course it's not. But he was dancing with himself, in the fact that they used trick photography to make 2 of him, and you're saying, okay, you know, mirror images, not that impressive. Well, kind of impressive, because it was not mirror images. And he was dancing, and then his other self would dance, and I mean, the timing, I'm just crazy over it, because the timing is so perfect. I mean, like, one of him, let's say, you know, thing 1, does this, and thing 2 is like this. They're just like, you know, I know it looks creepy, but anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. They're just like so spot on. And I would say, even if you're not a Gene Kelly fan, you got to give it to him, especially on that one particular dance. So amazing. There was also a really great dance number between him and Phil Silvers, and it was really funny and really cute. Gene Kelly is always just so fantastic in his dances, and all his dances were great. That brings us to Phil Silvers, and Phil Silvers was one of those comedians in the 50s and 60s that eventually got his own show and was just really great, and I thought Phil was great in this role. He could have been a little better, but the reason I think that this probably wasn't one of his best films is because he wasn't playing a cheesy con man. And if any of you have seen any of Phil Silvers' work, he was so typecast because that is what he did best. And if you ever needed a cheesy con man, you know, hello, Phil Silvers, come be my cheesy con man. So absolutely superb in the cheesy con man roles, but he was pretty good in this. I was just honestly, I didn't know what to say, because he wasn't a cheesy con man. Literally every role I've seen him in, he was a con man. And so to see him not be that, he plays Gene Kelly's best friend in this movie, was a little bit, I kind of didn't know what to say, but I thought he was really solid. Moving on to Rita Hayworth. I actually did not think she did that well. I thought she did a pretty good job, but I could have seen almost any of those, you know, 40s stars filling these shoes. Lauren Bacall was actually originally set to play in this part. I think she would have been super. I think she, you know, Rita was solid, but, you know, I could have pretty much seen any actress play her part. It wasn't like she just killed it so much that it was like, oh wow, nobody could have played this but her. And I think as an actor, that's what you want, is where when people watch the role, they're like, oh, nobody else could have done it as good as, you know, Thema do. And I didn't think she quite got there for me, but the Rita Hayworth fans will love this one. The directing for this film was pretty good. I mean, it was just pretty much standard. you know, directing just standard camera angles and everything, but I thought the directing was good. I thought that it could have been a lot worse, and I got to give it to Charles Vidor on actually a pretty good directing job by him. I thought the overall concept of this story was good, and I thought a lot of the writing was good. If this is not your first review you've ever seen of me, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I say a few of the actors fell into a little bit of the starry-eyed acting problem. And if you do not know what I'm talking about, then you should go back and see my review of Never Say Goodbye. But anyway, yeah, there was a little bit of that, but it was so common then that, you know, I actually was surprised of how little of it that there was. I thought they did pretty good on the whole, the overall cast. And I think everything about this movie was pretty good, but something about it just didn't quite get there for me as far as would I watch it again. I'm going to have to say, for me, this was a one-timer. Other than that impeccable dance scene, in particular, well, there was really two dance scenes that I really loved. But the one dance scene with Gene Kelly was absolutely ridiculous, and I would probably keep this movie around just so I could take it off the shelf, put it in the player, and fast forward to that scene and watch it. So that scene was absolutely the best part about this movie. It's better than a lot of movies were, especially in the 40s. So it's worth a one-time watch, especially if you're a Gene Kelly fan. Gene Kelly fans, I am telling you right now, watch this movie because he was super in it. I thought he was absolutely great. And this will also give you an opportunity to see some of his earlier work. I'm giving this film 3 stars out of 5. Would I watch it again? I'm going to have to say no, but I'm glad I did give it a one-time watch, and it's definitely worth that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for checking out this review of the 1944 film CoverGirl. I'll talk to you guys later.